Professor Julia, let's go to you. You are a medical doctor. Spinal cord injury rehabilitation. Look, I know that I go for Cairo, and I know that a bit about spinal cords. But what I understand is swimming is very good for this. So when we look at this, right, is it part of your program as well to be together with Professor Mazlan to come on board?
All right, okay. Our first relationship with actually in scuba started with knowing when we know Encik Syed from Scuba Kids.
Okay.
So he joined with Dive Hard, which is an international body into adaptive diving, and asked us whether we could, we would like to collaborate with them, and we actually had the liberty to select patients or our clients to be trained under them.
Okay.
And this, so we had the first two in Tioman, and the last one is only when that we had it. We had a collaboration with UMMC as well.
I see.
So what we do in spinal cord injury rehab is that with actually people with spinal cord injury, what we can see is that people normally say that they just cannot walk.
All right.
But actually they have more than that, a lot of medical problems. So in terms of rehab, we started with this hospital base where we prepare them, to know about their condition, to tackle themselves, and our therapists will teach them how to go on perform their day-to-day activities differently, because they need to learn new skills. And then comes to the to a stage that they need some equipment, so we prescribe that. And with once they are able to be independent only on looking after themselves, we go to the next stage of community integration. So that's where all this, if they're going to school, they must go back to school, go back to work, and one of them include the recreational activities, which scuba diving is
one of them. Okay. And the benefits of scuba diving for people with SCI, spinal cord injury, maybe you can name me some.
Yeah, so basically a lot, research has been done mainly in the States, because of this para-veteran affairs. So it has benefit to what we call the body and the mind.
Okay.
In terms of the mind, it has been shown that if for those the veterans, the soldiers that you have, if you have post-traumatic stress disorder, it will reduce the depression in 80% of them. Stress, depression level, that is for the mind. In terms of the body, people have shown that they have improved sensation, they move their legs better, and also they feel that this spasm that they have in their feet less. And
may I know why is he moving without a fin? The legs, there's no fin. Is it one of your rehabilitation methods, or
no?
Because there's no fin, right? And it's quite obvious.
Those are diving, very technical to diving. Probably
I thought it was yours. I'm so sorry.
I'm not a diver, but
okay.
probably but I'm not sure. But because one thing is that if they're paralyzed, they don't move their.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. So I thought a fin would actually help to move easier, right? That's
true.
What's
actually. Our diver, we have at UMT, we have 4 instructors, well-trained instructor. We have 10 dive masters and many, good training helper divers.
Okay.
Actually, when we got involved with this Dive Hard International, they recognized us as one of the what we call it Dive Hard adaptive diver team buddy system, diver buddy team system, where we call it ADB. Where these divers and instructors are well trained to adapt with these special needs people underwater. So whether they have fin or not, actually it's no problem, as long as each of the special disability people was guided by three divers in order to ensure their safety. And of course, we try everything underwater, including using fin. On the feet. Part of our participant is only got 1 leg. And it's still very young.
Yeah, look at him. Right?
Good, very powerful in terms of power, and we install fin on their left.
So this is the guy, right? This is
that's the guy. That's the guy. And then of course, he was so passionate on this thing, and was so very, very excited.
Of course.
Even in the water.
Of course. So, that's about 3 meters, I think 3 to 4 meters. It's not really that deep, right?
Well, the deepest we went to actually about 12 meter.
12 meters.
Maximum
Maximum,
that they
okay.
can go.
It's a recreational height anyway.
Height. And then, of course, during that time, we also the Dive Hard International, Jim Elliott, actually the founder of the Dive Hard International, also made a demo for the handling of this saber from on board to the waters.
This tell me a little bit about this scene. What we're looking at. These are the 3 divers that you're saying assisting one person, right?
Yes.
And then the guy that's trying to move, he's the one with the spinal cord injury, is it?
No, the one from our center are both female, so I'm not sure about this.
Oh, okay. And he's trying to move his legs, and we can see over there.
You can see it trying.
Yeah, he's trying. And I think this is also one of the things that you are encouraging, right, Professor Julia?
Yes.
You're encouraging them to move their physical body.
If they are able to do so, because quite a number of them, they have complete paralysis.
Okay.
So they can't move, but sometimes it looks as if it's moving because they are floating.
Yes,
because
it's buoyancy. Yes, it's buoyancy. Yes,
so,
that's
but
right.
a lot. I mean, so far the those that I brought to Tioman, 3 of them, all of them have complete paralysis.
Okay.
So there's no movement at all.
There's no movement. Okay, we're gonna take a break, professors, and when we come back, we're gonna go on a little bit more. We talk about NGOs maybe later on, and we talk about the choosing of the Natural Marine Research Station in Pulau Bidong. Okay, all that and more after the break. Stay tuned. Thank you for staying with us here on Bernama Today. I have 2 professors over here, Professor Dr. Mazlan and Professor Madya Julia. And let's talk a little bit about the NGOs that are involved with you, right? Who should I direct this to?
NGOs.
Professor?
Ken.
Ken? All right, okay, let me see. NGOs involved. Who are the people that are with you today?
All right. During our program, actually several NGOs involved. There are actually usual NGO that normally participate with the disabilities.
Okay.
For example, like mountain divers and scuba kids.
Yeah, scuba kids.
Scuba kids, and then also from local divers, the NGOs in Terengganu, and actually the DIF NGO Persatuan Orang Pekak also joined.
Oh, the DEF.
The DEF also involved during our program.
Right.
Actually, for this program, we spent about 110,000 for whole program. Program.
Wow.
And Power Week has been sponsored by these NGOs.
Okay.
We thanks to them.
Okay.
There are several NGO oil and gas company that would like to contributing this, and then we are looking forward to have to get more commitment from them for the future program.
Okay. Let me divert a little bit to Professor Julia here. Professor Julia, we know diving and swimming is good for spinal rehabilitation. Now, I want to know, maybe could this be one of your recovery programs that you want to look for in the nearest future? I know this has not been spoken between both of you, but it's a question that I would like to throw to you, because a lot of my chiro treatments told me to go and swim, because to get it better, to get it straightened. Very light yoga. I don't know whether this is something you would love to look at.
All right. When we talk about recovery from a spinal cord injury, of course there are papers on whether it's possible that this activity being submerged in the water can help recovery, but it has been always in the early stage, because the thing is that how the depth, a lot of things have not been ironed out yet. The depth, the duration to promote recovery. But what study have shown is that the benefit of it comes even without actual recovery of the spinal cord injury.
I see.
The paralysis remains the same, but yet they have the other benefit of improved sensation. If you can move better, and also in terms of psychological. So there has been talk and early research, especially in the state, on whether diving activity can actually help recovery, but it's still in early stage. Nothing conclusive.
Nothing conclusive.
Yes.
And we speak about this is local because we're in a tropical country, thank God. But let's talk about international. Do you have people or patients from international that are here to maybe try this out? Because usually when you have new things, people would love to try it out.
So far from my side, no. It's always us selecting our own clients to become to be trained.
I see. Okay, it's very much on your
in my institution actually.
Yeah, okay. And it's also you are picking them based on
Yes.
their medical condition and their
Yes.
abilities as well,
Yes,
correct?
to be sure that they are safe, right?
Right. And that's the job for Professor Mazlan here.
Yeah.
Now, next year, okay, you've done this before. We've got the
Yeah.
visuals we've seen earlier. Next year, do you have any programs or do you have any plans for next year? 100,000 is what you want to raise. You know, maybe a little bit more, or are you planning to put out more people?
Yeah, for sure. Next program, we think of to get more sponsorship, of course.
Okay.
Especially to develop, to improve our special abilities facilities
Okay.
on the island itself.
Okay.
Because in terms of a ramp for the
Oh, yeah, the wheelchair.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
so that it smoothly moving around
With the
on the
boats.
islands.
Boats.
And
The
of course the
boats.
boats, for them to easily,
Correct. Boats are usually
small,
small.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the thing that we are thinking now. We more structured,
Right.
more structured towards the next program.
Right.
So we invite, maybe we invite more people from disabled students from other
Yeah.
IPTAs,
Okay.
to join us
Right.
locally.
Right, right.
Or maybe if Die Hard International want to bring their
Yeah.
people
You will
to
welcome
come,
them.
we welcome
Yeah,
them
yes,
as well.
yes,
So
definitely.
it can be done.
How can they
Better,
contact
yeah.
you? I mean, like, how do we get in touch with you? How does the general public get in touch with you? Do they go through Professor Julia here, or do they go to PPUM, or do they go directly to UMT?
For this program, can go direct to UMT, and we
Okay.
will invite
Yeah.
PPUM to assist us in terms of the handling
Make
with
it-
the special needs, proper handling.
Yeah,
actually,
they need proper
through the-
handling, yeah.
Right,
yeah,
Professor.
yeah.
Do you have a website for UMT?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
What do you have the website address right now that you can share with us?
You can browse
Just
through the
the internet, okay, and do okay.
Just type the Google UMT, you find it
UMT,
from the Google. Yes.
and it's not far away from Kuala Terengganu, right?
Yes, of
okay.
course.
Right. Maybe just before we go, I would like to have a forward from both of you. Maybe you can share with us the message that you want to send to the public. We start with Professor Julia first.
All right. So scuba diving is an activity that brings many benefits to those with disability, even though they might not cure, but the benefit is definitely will come a long way in helping them to be more confident in doing things that they think that they cannot do.
Right. So it's more about confidence boosting. It's
Yes.
more about themselves more
Yes,
than
be
the
able to
activity
do things.
itself.
Yes.
Right.
yeah.
So a sense of achievement, maybe.
Yes, and I see that once those three people that have brought to Tioman last year, that the after effect of accomplishment actually leads them to just bulldoze to reach to achieve what they want to do in their life.
Right.
Yeah.
Second achievement stage where you want to get to the next and third and
Yes,
fourth and
it
fifth level.
just ripples. There's a ripple effect. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And Dr. Mazlan, maybe some forwards before we go.
Yeah. Actually, this program actually is very good for as a motivation to the special needs people, because those who involved with us actually is PADI scholars.
Okay.
They are all PADI scholars,
Yes.
sponsored
Okay.
by
PADI, yes, yeah, okay.
PADI scholars, and they got the license. We will get the license, and this becoming a motivator to our disabled student, because I believe every IPTA have these disabled students.
Yes, yes.
And they are welcome to join us, and actually this will create them self-confidence, for those people with their colleague that have a very high passion in these extreme sports, so they can follow anytime. And then of course I believe this will be the beginnings of the motivation to the disabilities. Many more to come in the futures. Then I hope that in terms of sponsorship, we hope that more donors from out there come, to us and support this, indirectly support. And of course, UMT, we have a special scheme, double tax deduction.
Right.
For those industry want to contribute in this, they can claim double tax from the LSDM.
I see.
And then they can put some money here and they can claim double tax for the LSDM. And of course, this will bring benefit to this program too.
Correct.
Yeah,
That means it's free for the students.
Free for the students.
Yeah.
I see.
Everything. We don't
Yes.
charge.
You don't
anything.
charge
You
the
don't
students,
charge
right?
them.
Is this all on a community base
Yes.
from the
That's correct.
companies?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much, both of
yes,
you,
yeah.
Professor Dr. Mazlan and Professor Julia,
Sure.
for coming in on the show and sharing us a little bit about scuba diving. And if you have a disabled friend or child, anyone at all that wants to embark on this journey together, can definitely find out from the UMT website. Yeah. Stay tuned because we have more news updates right here on Bernama News Channel. We're going to end with some videos of your activities just before we do a closing. Stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching Tuesday's edition.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wait, let them take a look.